Hello students, today we'll do problems on accounting equation. Okay, so the first problem I have put up here. Y started business with cash rupees 90,000 is the first transaction. First, this is the formula for accounting equation. It is used in different way by different people. I am using asset minus liability is equal to capital. It is also used as asset is equal to liability plus capital. But we will do it as minus liability is equal to capital. So this is the format in which we are going to solve it. Date, we have a column for asset, then a liability. And as I said, we do asset minus liability. So from the assets, we will subtract liabilities to get the capital amount. Okay, so asset minus liability to get capital. So I'll put a minus sign here. So asset minus liability is equal to capital. First transaction, Y started business with cash rupees 90,000. So there are two things here. Cash coming in the business, and who is giving it? Y. Who is Y? Y is the owner. So whatever he contributes, we call it as capital. So cash and capital are the two things. So under asset, the first asset that I have got now is cash, and the amount is 90,000 rupees. Under liabilities, it is 0, so there is no liability. So 90,000 minus 0, capital will be 90,000. So this was the first transaction. Let's look at the second. Purchase goods on credit rupees 50,000. Now here the two things, purchased goods, we'll call it as purchases. When we purchase goods, we treat it as asset. Goods are coming in, we'll take it on the asset side. But we are purchasing it on credit. We are not paying cash for it. So nothing will happen to cash. And when we purchase on credit, credit means we are going to pay later. Anything that you're going to pay later, you're liable to pay. So it is a liability. So we have to treat it as liability. And when we purchase something on credit, that liability we call it as creditors. So here nothing will happen to cash. It remains as it is because we are not paying cash. Plus a new asset got added, that is purchases. So I'll write here plus purchase. Okay, and the amount is 50,000 rupees. So 90,000 plus 50,000. Now this we have purchased on credit. So our first liability that comes into picture is creditors, and the amount is 50,000 because we have purchased it on credit. Okay, so 90,000 plus 50,000 is the total of your asset. From that minus 50,000, so the capital still remains 90,000. Third, purchase furniture for cash rupees 10,000. So here see the transaction, purchase furniture for cash rupees 10,000. So furniture also is an asset, cash also is an asset, so it will have an impact on only the asset side. Now when you purchase furniture, furniture comes in, new asset got added, but you're paying cash, so by that much cash will get reduced. So under your assets, a new asset will get added now, and from cash 90,000 rupees, now you have to minus the cash for furniture, and that was 10,000 rupees. So minus 10,000. So your cash balance will be equal to 80,000 rupees. So now your cash is 80,000 plus you have goods of 50,000 plus we added a new called furniture which is of 10,000. Okay, and we have paid cash for it, so we don't have any new liability. We have only single liability of 50,000 which is creditors, which was from the earlier transaction. We are getting it down. So now our assets are 90,000 plus 50,000 is 1,40,000 minus liability is 50,000. So our capital is still 90,000. Now the fourth transaction, sold goods costing rupees 20,000 for rupees 15,000. 40,000. Now see what they're selling. Now they're not told when they mentioned it, we assume that on cash. Cost of the goods set because we want profit. It is business. We cannot sell it at cost price. So when we sell it for 40,000, we receive cash of 40,000. So the earlier cash that we had in the earlier transaction was 80,000. To this we add 40,000 because we are receiving cash after selling goods. So that becomes 1,20,000. So this is your cash. The second is goods of 50,000. What has happened? From 50,000 we have sold costing rupees 20,000. So from the goods the cost price will go, and the remaining 20,000 is our profit. So we are not selling goods of 40,000. We are selling goods of only 20,000. So only 20 should go to here. We'll do minus 20,000. You get purchases of 30,000 now. So now you have 1,20,000 cash plus 30,000 purchases plus 10,000 your furniture as it is. So that comes to 1,60,000. From this your liability 50,000 which we have still not till now will be 1,10,000. If you observe, the capital has increased by 20,000 because we have sold goods of 20,000. 20,000 worth goods go out and 30,000 amount comes in. So 40,000 minus 20,000 goods went out, 40,000 of cash came in. So 20,000 extra we have earned, which is a profit, and the profit always goes to the owner. That's why if you see, it is getting added to the question itself is adding asset minus liability. If you do, it has become 1,10,000. So this is how the transaction. The credit for rupees 42. So we have sold goods costing rupees 20,000. On credit means we have not received any cash. So our cash remains as it is 1,20,000. Goods what we have done, we had goods of 30,000. From this we have sold goods. So I'll do minus from 30,000 you minus goods costing rupees 20,000 we are selling. So when you sell goods of 20,000, remaining goods will be only 10,000. So you have cash of 10,000 plus you have furniture of 10,000. Now you have sold these goods on credit. That means you have to receive money, but you don't receive. You will receive it later. So we call it receivable. Anything that is receivable is an asset. We are not receiving it right now, but we are going to receive it at a later stage. So it is your asset. So we add that as asset. Call them as debtors. When we have to pay goods, we call them as credit. When we have to receive from somebody for goods, we call them as debtors or our customers. So this customer or debtor is going to pay us how much? He is going to pay us 42,000. See, we are doing the fifth transaction. We have sold goods of 20,000. So from purchases, we minus 20,000, and he has given us 42,000 on credit. He has to give us 42,000. So under debtors, I will add 42,000. So now if I total my asset, 1,20,000 cash plus 10 purchases, that is 1,30,000 plus 10 furniture, 82,000. From that, if I minus 50,000, I'll get 1,32,000. So see, the capital has again increased by 22,000 because we have sold goods costing rupees 20,000 for rupees 42,000. So we are having a profit of 22,000 which we have got added to our capital. So this is how the fifth transaction will actually go. Okay, the next one, the sixth, bought goods worth rupees 20,000, 15,000 paid in cash, balance on credit. So now we are of rupees 20,000, and how we making the payment? 15,000 we are paid and 5,000 will pay later. So from cash of 1,20,000, we will pay 15,000. So minus, so now the new cash will be 1,05,000 plus. Now from the goods, how much goods we had? We had goods of only 10,000 remaining because we sold 2 times. From that we have to add. We are purchasing goods of 20,000. So 20,000 goods get added to 30,000 rupees. So if you look here, we have said bought goods worth rupees 20,000. So 10 we already had plus 20. So 30,000 plus you have furniture 10,000 and plus you have debtors 42,000. These are your assets. Now from this, we already had creditors of 50,000. Now you have bought goods again. So you have not paid 5,000 from that. 15 you paid cash. 5 you will pay later. So that is also your creditors. So 5,000 will get added to this. My 55,000. So from the assets, if I minus liabilities, I'll get my capital as 1,32,000. So this was the sixth transaction. Seventh one, drawn for personal use rupees 5,000. Now when you withdraw for personal use, it is treated as expense in the eyes of business. So when the owner withdraws it for personal use, he'll withdraw it from cash of 1,05,000. 5,000 he has withdrawn, so we have to minus, and the new cash balance that we have is 1 lakh rupees. To this we add 30,000, goods 10,000 and 42,000 as our debtors, and from this we minus 55,000 as our liability. When we do this, our capital will be 1,27,000 because it has decreased by 5,000 because the owner has withdrawn 5,000. Whenever there is profit, it gets added to the owner, it gets deducted from the owner. So when the owner will treat it as expense, and therefore it is getting deducted from all this, and minus 55 MC, you will get 1,27,000. That was the I think that was 7 transaction. Yes. So now let's do the 8th one. Paid as rent rupees 1,000. So from 1 lakh rupees cash, you will pay minus 1,000 rupees as rent. So the new cash balance will be 99,000. To this we will add our goods. How much were the goods? 30,000 plus furniture 10,000 plus debtors 42, liabilities 55,000. So you will get 1,26,000 as capital. Why 1,20,000? Expense. You are paying rent. So that is to be paid by the owner. So from the owner's capital it will get decreased. Ninth transaction, paid salaries rupees 3,000. So the ninth transaction, you write salaries is paid. So from 99,000 cash, we minus 3,000 salaries. So now the cash is 96,000 plus our goods 30,000 plus 10,000 furniture and plus 42,000 as your debtors. From this I will minus 55,000 as liability. So you get a total of 1,23,000 because you have salary. So 3,000 salary paid is same like rent paid. 10 creditors rupees 40,000. So from cash we are paying 40,000 to creditors. A cash of 96,000, from this balance 40,000 which I have to pay to creditors. plus 30,000 is goods, 10,000 is furniture, and 42,000 is my debtors. These are my creditors. The creditors of 55,000. From this, I am paying them 40,000. So the new creditors 15,000. Okay, so we will take that 15,000 as liability now, and when you minus, you will get a capital of like 23,000. Same decrease, and from liability also 40,000 decrease. So there's no effect on the capital. Okay, that was the 10th transaction. The 11th one, received from debtors rupees 12,000. So when you receive, cash comes in. So your new cash balance, okay, here I didn't write the new one. 6 minus 40, the new balance was 56,000. So 56,000 plus all that. So now you have a cash of 56,000. So this giving us 12,000. So you see the transaction is 12,000. Whenever you receive, it gets added to cash. So 56 plus 12, it will be 68,000 cash, plus 30,000 is our goods, plus 10,000 is furniture, and plus 42,000 were the debts, from which 12,000 have already paid. So now our new debtor will 42,000 minus 12,000. 12,000, that comes to 30,000. So the new debtors are 30,000, and we have to still pay 15,000 liabilities. Therefore, the capital is 1,23,000. You can just check. 68,000 plus 30 is 98, plus 10 1,08,000, plus 30 is 38,000. From that, if I minus 15,000, I'll get 1,23,000. So this is how account equation problem is to be solved. I hope it was clear. Thank you.